Hi everyone, welcome to the Latinx Comic Arts Festival virtual gallery walk. I'm Dr. Theresa Rojas and I'm the founding director of the Latinx Comic Arts Festival. I'm also professor of English and professor of ethnic studies at Modesto Junior College. My co-host today is Profesora Laura Manzo, who is a professor of Spanish at the college, and she was also on sabbatical last year studying art. Would you tell us a little bit more about that, Laura?
Yeah, this past academic year, I was on sabbatical, and I started from the very beginning as an art student taking a drawing class, then acrylic painting, which culminated in the course that was my sabbatical, part of my sabbatical project, which was the mural painting class. Unfortunately, it was interrupted because of the pandemic, and so I hope to go back whenever we go back and to finish that project.
Right. Right. Well, I'm very excited to have you with me here co-hosting this gallery walk. And today we'll take our viewers on a tour of the gallery where we're highlighting some of the works on display as well as demonstrating how to navigate the site. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you get into it, it's a lot of fun. This 3D gallery thing is very cool. We do want to let you know that there are some instances where images jump and swerve a little bit due to the nature of the 3D experience, but we'll certainly try and keep that to a minimum. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And if you take a look here, this is the landing page. So when you click on either the QR code or if you type in the URL to get to Modesto Junior College's gallery page, you'll see that there are a couple of galleries that are live right now. And ours is the Latinx Comic Arts Festival. So you just want to click on visit and that will take you right in. And it will load all of the images. And this is set up in a way that it is meant to simulate the gallery experience. So you're walking right into a gallery and you see walls, you see images. We're going to go ahead and hit enter exhibition. And here we are. We are in the gallery space.
I love it.
Yeah. Have you been to one of these before, Laura?
I have actually. When the pandemic, when we first went into shelter in place, I was able to attend one of these types of virtual galleries that Professor Chelsea Gilmore curated, and it's wonderful. You feel like you're just walking around there, and
Yeah.
you're right. It's kind of like you click on an image that's there really fast.
Yeah, so we have to be a little
This part
careful.
allows us to see art.
Awesome. So as you can see, when we walk in here initially, this is the poster for the festival, and there are two of them. We're going to get up close and personal here with the festival poster, but I just wanted to point out that there's one here on the right. That's the official poster designed by Larry Garcia II, our festival poster artist, and then that same poster, similar, is repeated on the left wall. That's the collectible poster. Let me see if that will pop up again. That's the festival collectible poster. They're both for sale as far as prints. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the images. We're actually going to go right to this one right here. So you just click on an image and then it brings you up close and personal to that piece, which is really cool. So this poster art, this main figure here, she has a name. Her name is Two Feathers. According to the artist, Two Feathers represents the beauty and strength in all women and girls that too often goes unrecognized or dismissed. She's educated, outspoken, successful, magical, and possesses the ability to transform into smoke. She also wears a mask because that's what real superheroes do right now. So ultimately, she's the embodiment of strength, of female power. And we have a Spanish translation from Laura. Laura?
Sí, claro. Dos plumas representan la belleza, fortaleza que existe dentro de toda mujer y joven, algo que gran parte del tiempo es irreconocible o descartado. Ella es educada, franca, exitosa, mágica y posee la capacidad de transformarse en mujer. Ella también lleva mascarilla porque eso es lo que la verdadera superhéroe hace muy bien.
Thank you so much for that, Laura. So I want to also point to these, the kids, the community down here. There's a father figure and then these kids holding a giant pencil, right? And they are ultimately creating the Two Feathers figure. So this is definitely representative of the community coming together to create not only something that didn't exist before, but that is part of a much larger scenario, a much larger world and expression of power, starting from the community and then growing into this spectacular winged woman, Two Feathers. So I really like this piece, and I want to also show you how to navigate a little bit with this. Maybe we'll do that with the next piece, but I want to mention, so Larry Garcia II, this is his first exhibit. This is his first poster art. He's done some other work and collaborations with me. But I want to mention that what you see here is the poster art, this really cool final product. It took a long time to get here. We started with this larger concept of knowledge and opening up knowledge of the world from Modesto, right? The perspective of Modesto. I wanted an open book. Light bulb. We threw out all kinds of ideas and then went back and forth. This is probably the 10th or 11th version, and not all of the images made it. Not everything that was a final drawing made it to the poster. So it's really cool to see this in its final form. And in a minute, we'll go also to the close-up so that folks can see what this looks like. I want to point out that there's this little eye and next to every painting, and for this one I want to open it up so that you can see, next to every work of art. I'm used to having these paintings as paintings. But you'll see the name of the artist, the title. Here's the official title. This is the official LCAF 2021 poster. And some of these are for sale. Some of them may be for sale, but they don't necessarily say that they are for sale. But some of them do, and then it tells you how to purchase them. I want to point out that the poster art for the festival, the two versions of the poster, are available in print form. You can purchase an 8.5 by 11, or you can purchase an 11 by 17. And the proceeds of the sale for this poster will be divided 50-50 between the festival and the artist. If you take a look at the other version of this poster, all of the proceeds from that one go to the artist. So we'll stop by there in just a moment, and then you send that to PayPal at Latinx Comics Fest. That's our PayPal account, and you can always contact me if you have questions. So let's move on. We're going to move on to the image that's right next to this, and the buttons right here are a little bit cut off, but one of the ways that you can navigate is just the left and right keys. That's what I'm using right now. So we're here at Javier Hernandez's piece, El Muerto de Colores. You've heard of Javier Hernandez's work, haven't you, Laura?
Yes, I have.
So he is known he is the creator of El Muerto, and this is a really cool piece featuring this character, El Muerto. And I want to show you a little bit of navigation. Again, there's that eye. You click on the information and it tells us Muerto de Colores, and you get an email and a website. So some folks you'll see their website, some folks you might see a price, you might see availability and that sort of thing. So we've got a really lovely use of color here in Javier's work. So we're going to go ahead, and a couple of the buttons are cut off here, but I'm going to hit previous, and so we can see where that takes us. So now we're on our way. So this piece is by Jaime Crespo, and this one it looks like a watercolor. We don't have the listing of what the medium is, but this is a really cool piece. And we're just going to wander a little bit here. Oh, this is by Daniel Parada, who is doing that Mesoamerican panel that you're interested in, Laura.
Yes, Mesoamerican Comics tomorrow at
11.
Friday at 11, yes.
Right, and that's actually the panel that is launching the entire festival. It's the
I'm
Mesoamerican
excited about
panel.
that one.
Yeah, yeah. Lauda and I were talking about this one, and many of her students are attending this panel, so they can check out Daniel Parada's work, Dusty Garcia's work. There are a couple of other folks on that panel. Louise Fogerty, and then Darren, whose work we'll see in just a minute here. I'm going to keep hitting previous for a little bit so that we can wander around. Oh, speaking of Darren, I couldn't remember his entire name. So this is Micte by Darren Antonio Smith. Really cool illustration here. And then this is another of Jaime Crespo's pieces. This is a klepto moment. He is the same one who did the what looks like the watercolor painting. This is Len Castro's work. Another Jaime piece. There's another way that we can navigate. Oh, let's exit. I just realized we're in detail view. That's why we are so up close and personal here. And that's why I can't see the other buttons. But another way that we can navigate through is to hit this button up here, the little hamburger, as we like to call it. And then we can go to this list of works. This is a great way to make our way around the gallery. So as you can see, you can scroll through, you can see everything that's in the gallery in the thumbnail size. So, Laura, why don't you pick something as we're scrolling through here, something that looks interesting to you?
Oh, yes. Terry Blas.
Terry
I
Blas.
love that Aztec Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
These are so cool. Let's see if I can just if I exit detail view, we can see I'm going to hit the left, or rather the right. There it is, just a little bit. And we can see these. And let's say I wanted to see Aztec Wonder Woman a little closer. I just click on her and we go into the detail view. These are two of my favorite pieces. I'm really glad that you picked these. Terry Blas, just outstanding work here. And I secretly want our next year's poster to include these figures. I guess it's not that big of a secret anymore since I just said it. Yeah, and I have seen these also in different poses, and I own both of these in prints. And that reminds me, we can go ahead and open this up, and there are prints available of both of these, of Aztec Superman and Aztec Wonder Woman. They're $20 each. There's Terry's email address and his website so that you can get in contact with him.
Other versions where it's a full body, if I'm not mistaken.
Possibly, yeah. And I just love this concept, this idea of the we're taking the superhero concept and crossing them with Mexican culture, right? And yes, brown superheroes taking from mainstream and really making them our own. So thank you, Terry, for this work. And as a matter of fact, we are in the process of purchasing. Let me move over to the Aztec Wonder Woman. We're in the process of purchasing a bunch of items for our swag bags or swag packages for students. And we will be purchasing some of these prints for those bags, and those will be going out to about 10 or 15 or so students. We're sending out a total of about 150 of these with different configurations, and some of them will have these prints. So that will be a nice surprise for a number of students. All right, so let's exit detail view again. And I've got to click over here because this is an intense, really cool looking piece. Len Castro thing in acrylics. There's the contact information right there. But I mean, I just want to stand in front of this one and stare this guy down, but then kind of back away at the same time.
Yeah, see, that's one of the drawbacks of the virtual gallery, right? That if you were in person, it would be nice to see up close the texture of the brush strokes and be a bit more, it would have a bit more dimension.
Yeah, yeah, I love this. I also love how Len signs his pieces. This is really neat down here. That's cool. I want to exit the detail view
And I think you
again.
can zoom in.
Zoom in on this
Okay.
piece.
Yeah, I think so. Let's click on it. See how far it
Oh,
zooms
you
in.
know what? All you
Like I
have to
want to see
do,
if I
you
can get
pinch
up
out.
on there. Let's see. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you can.
there you go. Ah!
Yeah, let me see the. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Let's look at that signature really quick.
Oh, the signature. Yes, yes, yes. So let me see if I can go there. If I click on that, um, there's a
So
bit of a,
apparently you can get all up on the art.
yeah, you can. So I'm just pinching in and out and it's taking
Okay.
me, there's a little bit of a delay, but it doesn't seem to let me, maybe if I click down here. Well, I'm sure people are, not fascinated by watching me click in and out. So try it yourself. That's part of the point of our gallery walk is to see the different kinds of things that you can do. And then it's up to you to go in there and play with the different, the directionals so that as you're wandering around the gallery. So let's go back to the list of works and scroll through this a little bit more. And if something stands out to you again, Laura, just shout it out. Let's see. There was one. Oh, this one. I want to go here. So we're going to Carlo Flores's piece here. How cool is this? This one is, so it says TML Fuego Figure and 2017. So this is an action figure, a luchador action figure by Carlo Flores. And this
So
is,
I'm sorry, you clicked on it too fast.
oh,
So
sorry,
it's a photograph
of a
like a
vinyl
photograph of
action
an action.
figure.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's actually I hesitate to call it a toy, but it is a toy, right? So this is really cool, and if you go to his website, you'll see lots more of his work, and you'll see the different configurations of the different luchadores toys that he has created. This is the other thing, is you can see if you hover in certain places, the artist name will come up and the title of the piece will also come up. So I'm just going to hit the right arrow key a little bit so we can move over to this piece here. Oh, let's go to JM's. Well, I'm having such a hard time because I want to stop at all of them, but we're about halfway through our tour here. So this is JM Hunter's a page from Border X. Border X is an anthology with work from many different artists, and JM Hunter is out of Columbus, Ohio. Let's see if I can take a closer look at this. I'm just pinching in here. This is super intense. Exhibit 31. Really interesting. It looks like activity at the border, no? Is that what you're reading here, Laura?
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of activity going on. I love the colors.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to pinch in. Here we go. So let's move on to this one here. Right? We've got to take a look at this one. This is La Mujer Maravilla. Linda Carter is Wonder Woman. And this is a wall tapestry by Guillermo Nericio Garcia. And this one's for sale, $297.97. You've got an email.
He was my professor, actually.
Yeah, so this is Bill's work. Excellent. Are you familiar with Laura, with the Mextasy exhibit?
Yes. He's had that going on for quite a while now.
Yeah. And this is an exhibit. So for folks who don't know, Mextasy is images and different materials, different works of all different sorts, including dolls, including wall tapestries, paintings, drawings that are significant within Latino culture, Mexican culture in particular, right? Mexican American culture. And it's a traveling exhibit. And as a matter of fact, this came to Ohio State, and I was one of the curators when I was a graduate student at Ohio State. And so I'm hesitating in the way that I describe it because there's so many different parts to it, and there's so many different ways to configure a Mextasy exhibit. Super fascinating. So I'm really glad we actually have two pieces from the same artist in this particular exhibit. So I want to encourage folks to poke around a little bit and see what else you find. Let's go.
I want to see the other. I want to see the other one.
Well, let's go then to the list of works here, and we'll find his other piece. So that's the first one. And then I was about to click on Carlos Flores. We might come back, but the gallery's open, so you're welcome to explore there. So let's see. I want to look at Crystal Gonzalez as well.
So we're seeing all of them as we
Yeah,
right?
yeah. All these people. I want to stop at all of them, but let's see. That's the end of it. So it might be here. Let's move up here. So there's a little bit of a delay here. So part of it is me. I'm delayed because I'm on a PC and normally I'm on a different computer. But, okay, so did we pass it? Yes, we passed it. One more time. So, you know what? We'll come back to that. I really want to go to the Monster Matador pieces because these are right next to each other. These are super cool. So here we are at the Monster Matador pieces. Monster Matador is an ongoing series right now. I think they're on issue 4, maybe, but there are several issue. Monster Matador, Matador. You know, it's funny when we say it like that. It occurs to me, Matador is killer, right? Matador, one who kills. So Stephen Prince is the creator of this comic and the writer, and he has enlisted some really cool artists to do these covers. I love these covers so much. This one by Fabio Alves, we'll start with that one, and Alex Zeef, I believe, did the colors on this. But just like the way this is lit, that illusion of light right there, I think is incredible. I have some prints actually. I supported the Kickstarter. There were several Kickstarters, and I'm sure there'll be another one coming up. So you can get all kinds of fun stuff from Stephen Prince, and he's supporting Latinx art and artists. So let's take a closer look at this one. And Laura, help me out with the name. So would you say that Luis? Like Louise? Luis Calzada.
Is it an L or an I?
It's an L, Calzada.
Okay. I had to unplug my contact lens.
So we've got all the contact information for Stephen Prince and then the Monster Matador website right here. It's Matador. I'm saying it in English. It's Monster Matador. It's not Monstro Matador. It's Monster Matador, all right? All right.
Monster Matador.
Look, you say it your way, I say it my way. All right. So let's exit the detail view. And let me know too if there are any pieces that have kind of popped up in our list of works. And actually, I'm going to take us instead of going to the list of works back there, I want to show folks how to do the tour. So one of the ways, there are several ways that you can navigate this whole thing, right? So you can pop around, you can go to the list of works. You can go back to the start, which we'll do right now. Takes us back to the start. And then you can also start a tour. Before we do that, though, I promised to take us to the other version. So this is the poster art for the festival. And I promised to take us to the collectible poster. So we're going to do that next. And just pop over here and get a nice close-up.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it?
I just think this whole virtual gallery wonderful because you see it laid out as you would in an actual gallery, and you just peruse on your, at your leisure. You don't have to be rushed. license is great.
And you can access it 24 hours a day, right? You don't have to
Yes.
get dressed up to go to the gallery. The only thing is there's
I
no,
will still get dressed up, but yes.
well, and you know, there's no wine, there's no cheese. That's the only
I know.
drawback.
Well,
Although,
you have it here on the side. I'm
you're at
home.
home. I know. We should have set this up better before, right? You bring your wine, I'll bring the cheese over here. So, so this is the collector version of the poster. This is the special artist collector edition. I just want to open this up for a second. You can order this one in 8.5 by 11, just like the official festival poster, or you can order it in an 11 by 17. But this is special because all of the proceeds from this version go directly to the artist. So let me close that up again.
I know that there are stickers for sale also. If you want to buy the sticker of Two Feathers, that's also
Yes, absolutely. It is, yes. So I will say, in fact, I'm not sure if people will be able to see this very well, but I'll go ahead and hold up the sticker. I do have a background on, so you have that whole sweet spot thing, but we have the Two Feathers sticker. So it looks just like what's on the poster there. These are $3 each, or you can get 5 of them for $12. Send them to the same PayPal address, and then the festival will pick up the postage and get those out to you. So again, $3 each, 5 for 12. And is that right? The math works out. You get a free one if you buy 5. So you're paying $12 and then you get one free.
So when somebody does a PayPal thing, do they type that in the notes, or how will the person on the other end of the PayPal know that money is going towards?
So you go to PayPal and then you type in at Latinx Comics Fest, and that's who you're sending the money to. And then there's a comments box, and in the comments box you let me know what it is that you want, because this is the festival account and it comes to, I'm the one who manages it. Tell me what you want and I need your address. Now, at the very least, if I have an email address or contact information, we can have a conversation if there's any information missing. So that's not a big issue. But that's a really easy way for us to receive the funds, and then all of the proceeds for the sticker and all of the proceeds for this version of the poster. So that's 100% of the proceeds go to the artist. So that's exciting for us to be able to help out in that way. And we are going next to these conchas. So let us click on that. Around the corner. And this is work by Jennifer Portillo. And I believe the piece next to it is also by her. And she's new to the festival. And she submitted, I want to say, 3 pieces. So what do you think of this one, Laura? Why did we go here?
I was trying to read the description. What type of medium is it?
Let's see. It does not say. It says, so it's tiles of pan dulce. I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for it.
And if they were painted, that would be like amazing, right? Or I'm wondering if the photographs, but definitely that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it looks like a digital background, and I'm not sure. Man, the chocolate ones are missing. Jennifer, where are the chocolate ones? I'm not trying to critique it from the perspective of the art. I'm hungry for a chocolate concha. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, you do like the pink foods. Yeah. Oh man, this reminds me of panaderias, of course, but just being in Mexico. And I don't know if you've ever had a chance to go to a panaderia in Mexico when everything's hot. The conchas are really hot, and they have smaller ones and bigger ones. And there's a favorite panaderia in this town where my parents have a house, and we hit that panaderia like it's going out of style, man. It's so good.
Well, here in the area we live in, there's a lot of what is the word I'm looking for? Like carnicerias, like
Yeah.
markets.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
all have in países, some are better than others, but we have that here as well.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's funny how we're talking about this as we're in front of this piece. It's just so nostalgic, right? There's this sense of, I mean, the concha is significant in our culture, and I don't know if I trust anyone who doesn't like conchas out there. I don't know. You don't need to tell me if you don't like them, but I think it's a good test. Do you like conchas?
Yes. Well,
Mm.
nowadays with people watching their sugar intake, I'll still eat one.
And Latino is in diabetes, but whatever, man. You only live once. You only live once. Goodbye, conchas. We will miss you, but we'll be back.
Goodbye.
We can come and see you later. This one is really cool. So this is by the same artist, Jennifer Portillo, and it's called Abolish. And this I'm telling myself that when I do this next year, which we obviously need to do this next year, we're coming across some just really cool work. I need to ask for the medium. I didn't specifically ask people to submit because I
Oh,
really
okay.
would like to know. Yeah, that's
But yes,
entirely my fault.
since you've mentioned that, it would be great to have this again. That way, people have the opportunity to display their work in a conventional yet non-conventional way
Yeah.
versus being in a gallery. That would be great.
Yeah, and it really is an opportunity to allow, I mean, potentially an unlimited amount of people to submit works. Although I have to check with Chelsea how she feels about that. It's a lot of work.
Right, and also it could become something that can be organized and curated. Obviously, this is our first walkthrough
Yeah,
doing a virtual gallery walkthrough, so it's not it may not be as polished as it should be, but
yeah,
we wanted to show you how this layout functions and how you can access pieces that for your viewing, and so that's part of the objective behind us doing this walkthrough with you.
yeah. So, I think this is a super powerful piece in the way the exchange of color here, the repetition of this sequence of color, abolish prisons and police, and just the overall message. This is a conversation piece, I would
It sure
say.
is.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to go actually to the detail view because,
It would make a great book cover too, right?
yeah, no kidding. Because that allows me to then hit the next button. So I think I was talking earlier about different ways of navigating, and then I sort of got
Oh,
lost
I
in the
know my
thought.
friend would love this one.
Yeah. Is this
My
one for
friend Sarah
sale?
would
Let's
love
take a
this one.
look. Well, you can always contact Justin, Succulent Garden. This is really cool. Um,
Yes.
I will pretend like I know how to zoom in a little bit. I feel like I pinch out and then I get a little bit lost in. Oh, this is really
Yes,
cool.
it's
Oh,
look how
here we
cool
go.
that little one is.
Yeah.
Yes, my friend Jamie, she has this it's called the Brew House _sack on Instagram, and she does wood engraving and
Oh, yeah.
all sorts of projects with wood.
Yeah, this is great. Justin also has a panel. Justin is on, I want to say, Pandemic Futures, and that is on
Yes, I
Friday.
saw that on
That
Facebook.
is, yeah. Is it after this one? I think. I think it might be right after this one. That is a Friday panel, and of course, everyone. This is running for a month from the minute that you see this until the 11th, depending on when you're seeing it, the 11th of April. So March 11th through April 11th. But the recordings of everything, the recordings of the panels, and this recording will be available indefinitely on our YouTube channel. So you'll be able to look through these and, of course, watch the panels. Uh, so let
Yeah, this
me
is a really
go ahead.
wonderful piece.
So we are in the detail view. Did you want to say anything else about this piece, Laura?
Oh no, I love it. Are there other pieces by this artist?
I think there might be one other. Um, we'll take a look. Oh, this is another one by Jennifer Portillo. I'm gonna scroll a little bit through these, and then we can chat about. Oh, this is
Zoom out by any chance?
Did what?
Can you zoom out?
Zoom out. So exit the detail view. Yes. Yes. And then you just want me to go like this. There's another one by Darren. Yeah. So for some reason, when I hit the right, then we start doing this, right? So let me see if I can get out of trouble here. Probably not. So let me, this is where I run into crazy. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on that. There we go. Then we straighten out again. So folks, if you're taking the tour and you start to go sideways, like literally the screen starts to go sideways, you can just click on a piece and it'll straighten you out. And that is the detail view when you're close up. And then you can exit detail view. This is another Darren Antonio Smith piece. And then you can see them side by side. So there are these buttons here where you hit just the, oh, let's go to the right. Let's scroll a little bit. But sometimes you do that and then you're going all over the place. I want to go back actually to this piece here. Jorge's piece. Jorge gets, yeah, do you have any of his stickers?
Don't.
I have so many. So Jorge, also known as Quetzal, does these incredible pop culture stickers, Aztec figure stickers in this pose. I forget what the pose is called, but he does prints. Let's see if this one is available as a print. Yes, it does say prints available, so you would want to contact him, check out his website. But man, the stickers are just everything. Oh, I know. I put them. They're on the other side of the space where I am at the moment. But he has. There's a Frida Kahlo one. Oh, my favorite one is Brown Princess Leia. I have that one on my laptop, and I'm gonna hold up my laptop, and you'll be able to see a little preview.
You might not be able to see it. Remember,
just a little preview. Here, look.
Oh,
you can. So there's Brown Leia at the bottom, and there's two feathers, and then there's one of my stickers. But I wanted to mention his stuff because the stickers are gorgeous, 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 and there's so many of them. Jorge, we're going to be ordering a bunch of your stickers for our students so we can share with them. And he has another piece in this as well. Let's go to Alex. Alex, we saw his piece just a minute ago. So Alex Schumacher, who lives in Salinas, I believe. And I met him at a convention in Salinas. Super cool, super fun. He did one of his comics. I think it was in this one, in Decades of Inexperience. He and I were talking about San Francisco and about me growing up in San Francisco and my favorite taqueria, which is La Cumbre, which is 16th and Valencia, right where I grew up. And so he drew La Cumbre into the comic that he was working on. So there's I believe it's in Decades of Inexperience. It's there. So shout out to Alex. We're friends forever. Let's take a look at some of the info for this one. This is from Decades of Inexperience 2020, which, by the way, is a webcomic. And it's a semi-autobiographical webcomic. I really love his style. Irreverent, really, really interesting stuff. Let me go ahead and, you know what I'm going to do I guess I'm moving away. And I want to demo something with Graciela's piece. So, do you remember, did you meet Graciela at the last event? Do you recall?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Yeah. So she does Not Your Friend comics. And she also is a chalk artist. She does chalk squares. So she goes to events and she does these just beautiful chalk squares for there are events where that's what they do. They do art on the sidewalk chalk kind of thing. So this looks like a digital piece. Let's see what it says. Mermaid 2020. Really cool work. I want to demo something with Graciela's piece, and that is, you can't see it, but a little bit lower on the right hand side, there is an envelope, like a little email envelope. And if you click on that, now you can see what comes up. This is to request more information from the artist. So let's say you see a piece and you want to purchase it, or you just want to know more about it, or you want to know more about the artist. You would fill in your name here, your email address, and then whatever you want to put as the subject line. And you can leave this here and then just hit send message, or you can write a personal message in there. These messages go to the gallery director, to Chelsea Gilmore, and then she will forward those messages either to the artist or to me if you're trying to get a hold of me to ask a related question. So I wanted to make sure to point that out, because this is a cool way for, you don't have to, maybe you're shy and you're not sure, you don't want to necessarily reach out directly to the artist. That's fine. They're all very friendly, but this is another way that you can get a hold of folks. We haven't done the virtual tour. Shall we explore that? What do you think?
Yes, I think we should do that. We're heading towards the wrapping up of our walk.
Yeah, let's do that. So we're going back up here. We're going to, so let's say, like, look, man, I don't want to click on all this stuff. I just want you to take me through it. So nobody talk anymore about your random stuff. I just want a tour of the art. That is an option right here. The order, I don't know that it's in a particular order other than sequential from where it begins. So we're gonna start this tour so you can see the first few bits of that, and we'll see some works that we haven't seen yet. So we are.
This is the first time we're still working out the bug, but as this continues to be something that is a part of the LCAF, it'll get more and more
Streamlined. Yeah, I like this because we can let the tour run and still chat a little bit about the pieces, but just about sort of the festival in general. Some really, really cool work, some works in progress. So some of these are from comics that are in the works. Some of them are from finished comics. JM's work. This is another JM Hunter piece from that same anthology that we mentioned before. The monster Matador is back. Are you happy now? Yeah, and so I really like this sort of calm, hands-off way of viewing the gallery. Oh, this is another Darren Antonio Smith. By the way, in case you didn't catch it, he is on the Mesoamerican panel, so you'll see more of his work a little bit later. We're back to the Aztec Wonder Woman and Superman, and then Thing.
So now, as it's passing by, you're not doing anything. It's doing it on its own.
I'm hands-free. All I did was hit tour, take the tour, and that's what we're doing. We're taking the tour right now. Some more of Len Castro's work. He shared some comic pages with us. And Jaime Crespo is also on the Latinx Comic Arts Festival Advisory. He is a brand new member helping us out. I'm hoping that he'll be on the advisory for forever, for as long as he wants to be. A really good addition to that. There is on Saturday an introduction to our advisory members. Here's Javier's piece. I think he has another one that I hope we have a chance to see in the festival. But yeah, the advisory folks have just been really, really great to work with. This is another Justin Ruth piece. I think this is a painting. And And then Eva Carrillo gave us some pages from a comic. This is super cool because you can see the brush strokes, you can see the inking that's done here. I love looking at that. This is one I would definitely pause in front of for a while. Look at those shoes.
It looks like charcoal almost.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's ink, but I could be wrong about that. And then Carlo Flores's work. And we're back to Jay. I'm going to pause the tour just for a second and see if I can. Well, see, I'm going to start going askew again. I'm always causing trouble. All right, we'll go back to the tour. Oh, well, here's a little glitch. If I start the tour, it's going to take us back to that other one. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to click on this. I have learned if we go to detail view, then I can just hit next. So we're not on the tour because I paused it. But notice there was no way to continue the tour, I don't think, unless I missed it. So I'm just going to hit next and see a few more pieces, and then we will wrap it up. Because I don't think we've gone down here. We haven't seen these yet, right? Saint Love City Funk. This is Carlos Perez, and this is a three pieces, the cover and page 1 and page 2 of a comic. And this is where we wanted to go, and we got sidetracked by all the other fun stuff. This is Bill's other piece, and this is also, I want to say, a wall hanging. La Raza Tribute Design Número 3, and this is a wall tapestry that's part of Mextasy. Very powerful piece, really cool. And we'll look at a few more. Oh, here's another Quetzal. And there's a Crespo. Oh, yeah. Say that again?
You have to figure out the name of that stand. At this hour, it's just not coming to me.
And here's another Javier Hernandez piece. And this one, I love the name of this one. This one's called Hijo de la Muerte. I just feel like that's something my parents might say accidentally. But notice in this piece, if we can go a little bit closer here, I love the skull in the eye. Check that out, right? Man. So we're going to exit detail view for a second, and then just look at a couple more pieces and we will wrap it up. And so you can see there's so much in this gallery. There's so much. There's another Javier Hernandez. Very powerful piece from Javier right there. And then in contrast to Candy Briones' Sugar Mommy, which I think this is the cover of Sugar Mommy #1. So that's kind of fun to look at those together. And this is another one from, oh, look, this is Louise Fogerty. She's in the Mesoamerican panel. And Crystal Gonzalez, I want to make sure to mention her before we're done. Crystal does horror comics, and they are fantastically crafted horror comics. They're super interesting. They're I want to teach her comics, but I'm afraid that I'll get some backlash from my students. But I'm going to figure out, someday either in a graduate course or a special topics course or something, I want to bring in her In the Dark comics. These are wood panels, by the way, and they're for sale. This one is $125. She's got her info at the bottom of these images, and then you can also click, of course, on the information page and see her website where you can see lots more. She has buttons, she has stickers, she has her comic issues. And then this is the cover of Aztec of the City. So I think we're going to wrap it up there. Oh, Twisted Fate. I'm glad that we got to see that one. We may have missed a couple of pieces here and there, but we're coming to the end of our time we're at about 49 minutes and we want to keep this to 50 minutes. So I'm going to exit that. I'm going to take us back to the beginning, back to the start of the gallery. I want to invite everyone to come back and come to the gallery, spend some time, take a full tour. We saw a lot today. We saw a lot today. We're going to go ahead and stop this share so that we can say goodbye to you. Any last words, observations, things you'd like to share, Laura?
Well, I would like to encourage everybody to attend. Just there's a great variety of works there to look through, and also just for the experience of being in a virtual gallery. I think that's amazing. It's an amazing thing that you have done to put this together so that everybody can have the opportunity to look at the different types of mediums and pieces that are part of the gallery and of the festival.
Thank you so much, Laura, for being here with me today, for putting up with my my working through the scrolling and the navigating. And folks, it does get easier the more that you practice going through these galleries. I'm excited that this exists. I want to say thank you so much to Chelsea Gilmore, the gallery director, for offering to put this together for us. I really appreciate that. And to Caleb, her student worker, who helped us out with that. And of course, to all of the artists, we have 56 pieces in this show, and we got a peek at many of those. So thank you to everyone who contributed. Thank you to all of you who are watching the festival bits. There's lots and lots more programming, and I just want to remind you to create the stories and the art that you want to see in the world. Thank you so much.